Alright, so we're gonna talk about the order of men, and we're gonna get into it some examples about when brothers go against the order that God set up. So let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 1. Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 1. Sister walking from work, it's a pet lion sitting on the floor while you playing Madden. Alright, go ahead, Shorty. He alright, he ain't gonna do nothing. Go ahead. He alright. Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 1.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5, verse 1.
Keep
thy foot when thou goest to the house of God.
It says, keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of God. So, brothers, that's one thing that we've all learned coming in here. You have to learn that. When we coming in here to the house of God, keep your foot. You can't mix Easter and Passover. You can't mix dedication and Christmas. You can't do it. You can't mix the new moon with a birthday. It's not gonna mix. Read on.
And be more ready to hear.
Be more ready to hear the word of God. Be more ready to hear wisdom, knowledge, understanding from men that was set up before you. Read.
Then to give the sacrifice of food.
Then to say something foolish. Yeah, bro, you know, it's okay to have multiple wives, man. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? You got one to stay at home, cook, clean, do the dishes. You have no one go to work. You have no one take care of the kids. No, that's not what the Bible says. The Bible says one wife. One. Read.
For they consider not that they do evil.
And they don't consider that they doing evil. Brothers who go against the order don't consider that they doing evil. Read.
Be not rash with thy mouth.
Okay, that was it. From there, go to Exodus chapter 18. We're going to do a little bit of reading too. So bear with me, please. Exodus 18, start at verse 13.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 18, verse 13.
So we're going to read about Moses. We're going to see Moses following the order of his stepfather, Jethro. Read.
And it came to pass on the morrow that Moses sat to judge the people, and the people stood by Moses from the morning until evening.
Stop. It says Moses judged all of these people, all the Israelites that came out of Egypt with him. He was judging them from the morning until the evening. Meaning the time he woke up to the time he went to bed, he was judging. He was judging matters, small and great. Read.
And when Moses' father-in-law saw all that he did to the people, he said, what is this thing that thou doest to the people?
So Jethro looking at him like, hey boy, come here. What you doing with all these people? Imagine Jethro just sitting on the porch in a rocking chair just chilling. And he watching Moses deal with all the people. And he called Moses over. He said, hey man, what is this you doing with all these people over here? Read.
Why sittest thou thyself alone? And all the people stand by thee from morning unto evening.
So why you sitting over there all by yourself and you judging people from sun up to sundown? Read.
And Moses said unto his father-in-law, because the people come unto me to inquire of God.
They want to know, they want to learn about God. They've come to the house of God and they want to learn. Read.
When they have a matter, they come unto me.
Mm-hmm.
And I judge between one and another.
Mm-hmm.
And I do make them know the statutes of God and his laws.
And that's our job as judges, brothers. We're to make known the laws of God to our people. Build relationships with them. Know them. Don't just get in their business just to gossip it, but really dig into the issue at hand so you can rightly divide the word of truth and give solutions to their issues. If a brother's battling a thieving spirit, you can't give him scriptures on eating right. That don't mix. If a brother's having trouble eating right, eating all types of abominable foods, you can't give him scriptures about adultery. It don't mix. We got to know how to dissect the problem. Read.
And Moses' father-in-law said unto him, the thing that thou doest is not good.
He said, boy, you're going to wear yourself out. Read.
Thou wilt surely wear away.
You're going to wear yourself out. Read.
Both thou and this people that is with thee. For this thing is too heavy for thee.
He said, this thing is too heavy for you. That's why the bishops, they raise up captains, deacons, officers, soldiers. The weight has to be evenly distributed, even amongst the sisters. It's not just one sister in the back cooking. It's not just one sister sewing. It's not just one sister in the kids' room. All y'all sisters have to evenly distribute the weight between yourselves so it's not burdensome. Read on.
Thou art not able to perform it thyself alone.
You're not. So this is Jethro giving Moses an order. He's trying to set up structure. Read.
Hearken now unto my voice.
No, hearken unto somebody else.
Hearken now unto my voice.
Listen to what I'm telling you, Moses. I'm giving you an order right now. Read.
I will give thee counsel.
I will give thee what?
Counsel.
I will give you counsel. I'm trying to give you structure in order to help yourself from wasting away. Read.
And God shall be with thee. Be thou for the people to God.
Be thou for the people to Godward. Be for the people. Be there for them. When they feeling, when they have a feeling lowly in their spirit, you be lowly in their spirit. When they happy, you be happy. When they sad, you be sad. We gotta empathize for one another. Oh well, I ain't dealing with that, so I ain't none. Man up, woman up, sis. No, don't do that. Be as one. Love your brother as yourself. Love your sister as yourself. The issue that you going through should almost be as if I'm going through the same thing. That's the only way I can connect. Read.
That thou mayest bring the cause unto God.
Uh-huh.
And thou shalt teach them ordinances and laws, and shalt show them the way wherein they must walk,
Uh-huh.
and the work that they must do.
Continue.
Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people able men.
Able men that are able to do the work, not because of rank or not because they want to be seen, but because they see that work needs to be done and they want to willingly do it. Read.
Such as fear God.
First of all, you got to choose able men that are keeping the commandments. Read.
Men of truth.
Men of the truth. Read.
Hating covetousness.
They don't want no covetousness. They don't want just the title. They don't want just to be seen on the TV screen. They posting camp videos, just them teaching. They ain't teaching no other camp videos but them. You saw how I broke down the 12 Feathers brothers. You saw how I talked to the sister in the Aramaic and the real Hebrew. Don't nobody care about that. Read.
And place such over them
to
be rulers of thousands.
Rulers of thousands.
And rulers of hundreds.
Rulers of hundreds.
Rulers of 50.
Officers of 50.
And rulers of 10.
And officers of 10. Set up order and structure. Moses, read.
And let them judge the people at all seasons. And it shall be that every great matter they shall bring unto thee. All the great matters they bring unto you, Moses, read. But every small matter they shall judge. Small little petty matters that can be resolved in 2 minutes of talking, let them handle that. Read. So shall it be easier for thyself. And they shall bear the burden with thee. And that's what it's all about. We got to bear the burden with one another. It can't just be one brother or one group of brothers doing the same thing, year in, year out. The bishop can't travel, counsel, edit camp videos, print out banners and stuff like that. He can't do that all by his lonely. That's why he says, okay, brother, you good at video editing, you edit. Y'all brothers on the camera, y'all record. Y'all brothers that do music, y'all do music. Y'all sisters that bake, cook, and all that, y'all do that. Y'all that know how to speak different languages, y'all go here. Y'all that know how to interpret, y'all go here. The weight is evenly distributed. Everybody has an order. Read. If thou shalt do this thing, and God command thee, so then thou shalt be able to endure. We're going to be able to endure. Read. And all this people shall also go to their place in peace. Okay, so from there, go to Deuteronomy 16:18. So Moses received order instruction from Jethro. And he told him to set up 50s, 100s, officers of 10. Set up officers, set up judges. Read. Deuteronomy 16:18. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 16, verse 18. Judges and officers shalt thou make thee in all thy gates, which the Lord thy God giveth thee throughout thy tribes. And they shall judge the people with just judgment. And they shall judge the people with just judgment. So, brothers, we have to understand, the brothers that are over you will have rank. It's not to throw it in your face. It's order. Brothers have been proven. Brothers put in works. They're given titles. They're given ranks. It's the same thing in the army. You got generals, corporals, lieutenants,
You know what I'm saying? Y'all brothers know that been in the army. Y'all know you have rank. The CEO ain't, you got a problem with the company, you don't just jump up to the CEO. No, you go to your manager, your supervisor. Hey, I'm having an issue with such and such. Then they'll bring it up to their higher ups. And it'll go up, up, up until it eventually reaches the CEO. We gotta love one another. We gotta see Christ in one another. The elements, the creatures can keep their order, they can keep their structure, but we can't. Why is that? Because what, we got free will? Well, because you know more than the brother. I don't care how many scriptures you know more than me. You can break down the whole chapter of Revelations. It don't make no, it's not gonna help you if you cheating on your wife. It ain't gonna help you if you stealing. It ain't gonna help you, sisters, if you gossiping, or you backbiting, or you murmuring. It don't matter. From there, go to Psalm 75 and 6. Psalm 75 and 6. We got to remember the order, man.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 75, verse 6. For promotion cometh neither from the east nor the west, nor from the south. But God is the judge.
God is the judge. What does he do?
He putteth down one.
He puts down one. He demotes a brother. Read.
And setteth one up another.
And he promotes a brother. The Most High does that. So when a brother gets sat down for whatever, that's the Most High. That's not coming from me or from Officer Phinehas or Officer Micah. That's coming from the Most High. And when a brother gets promoted, congratulate that brother. Aspire to be like, I want to be with that brother at. That brother put in works. He do that. He do this. He travel. He do that. Yeah, I want to be with that. Because all of us want to be bishops, right? I would assume. We want to get to that level of understanding. Don't just shoot for the title. Don't shoot for the title. Shoot for the works. Because the work that we doing now, 5 years from now, is going to be for the next group of brothers and sisters that come in. Like when I first started, I didn't think we would have a school and I would be up here teaching. I was just cool with learning, like where y'all sitting at, learning, applying, studying, going home, doing it all over again. Now that I'm moving up in rank, I see, damn, like this is really it's really a job. And your time is stretched in. So you got to use your time very wisely. And we got to remember the order from there. Let me get the video, bro. You know the damage one ignorant Negro can do.
He'll tell you they like him. Or that colored folks ain't supposed to have but so much sense.
Yes, he would.
You know the damage one ignorant Negro can do. We were in France in the First War. We'd won decorations. But the white boys had told all them French gals that we had tails. Then they found this ignorant colored soldier. Paid him to tie a tail to his ass and run around half naked making monkey sounds. They put him on a big round table in the Cafe Napoleon. Put a reed in his hand. Crown on his head. Blanket on his shoulders and made him eat bananas in front of all them Frenchies. Oh, the white boys danced that night. Passed out leaflets with that boy's picture on it. Called him Moonshine. King of the monkeys. And when we slit his throat, you know that fool asked us what he had done wrong. My daddy told me we got to turn our backs on his kind, Wilkie. Close our ranks to the chitlins, the collard greens, the cornbread style. We are men, soldiers. And I don't intend for our race to be cheated out of its place of honor and respect in this war because of fools like CJ. You watch everything he does. Everything.
Y'all heard what he said? He said we're a nation, we soldiers. We can't allow one ignorant Negro to damage that. That's why brothers get tossed out when brothers bring in different doctrines. Sisters get tossed out when they causing all types of discord. That brings shame to the nation. We gotta work double time because the image that's portrayed of us out in the world is what pimps, thugs, hoes, drug dealers, rappers, ball players. That's all they know us for. We greater than that. And we can't allow one ignorant Negro to damage the name, to damage the reputation. Like with the whole mess with Bezalel and all of them, the brothers gotta go because they bringing a bad stain to the brand, to the organization. Can't have brothers like that going against the order. We can't have brothers and sisters like that making mockery of the people. We can't have that. It's not gonna fly. So, let's get some examples of ignorant Negroes. We're gonna talk about Caleb and I think it's Joshua. I think it is. Yeah, Caleb and Joshua. Numbers 13, start at verse 16.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 13, verse 16.
Uh-huh.
These are the names of the men which Moses sent to spy out the land.
That land is Canaan or Jerusalem, right?
And Moses called Oshea, the son of Nun, Joshua.
Jehoshua. Uh-huh.
And Moses sent them to spy out the land of Canaan, and said unto them, Get you up this way southward, and go up into the mountains.
So Moses gave these brothers a command. He gave them an order. He said, go to this land, spy it out, read.
And see the land, what it is, and the people that dwelleth therein, whether they be strong or weak, few or many.
So he's giving them specific details. Go to this land, see what it's like. See what the people are like. See if they strong or they weak. See if there's a lot of them or a few of them. He's giving them intricate details. Read.
And what the land is that they dwell in, whether it be good or bad.
Is the land fertile? Is it rocky? What is it? Read.
And what cities they be that they dwell in.
Give me the names of the cities. Read.
Whether in tents.
Do they dwell in tents?
Or in strongholds.
Or do they dwell in strongholds, forts? Read.
And what the land is, whether it be fat or lean.
Is it plentiful or is it barren? Is there a famine? Read.
Whether there be good wood therein or not. And be ye of good courage.
Be of good courage. Don't be weak-minded. Don't be scared. Read.
And bring of the fruit of the land. Now the time was the time of the first ripe grapes.
And he said, bring back some fruit. Because I want to see what it's like. I want to see if the fruit is good or not. So he's giving them specific details, specific orders. Now, jump to verse 23.
Verse 23. And they came unto the brook of Eshcol, and cut down from thence a branch with one cluster of grapes, and they buried it between two upon a staff. And they brought of the pomegranates and of the figs. The place was called the brook Eshcol, because of the clusters of grapes which the children of Israel cut down from thence. And they returned from searching of the land after 40 days.
So they was in that land searching everything out, surveying the land for 40 days. Read.
And they went and came to Moses and Aaron, and to all the congregation of the children of Israel, unto the wilderness of Paran, to Kadesh, and brought back word unto them, and unto all the congregation, and shewed them the fruit of the land.
Okay.
And they told him, and said, We came unto the land whither thou sentest us, and surely it floweth with milk and honey, and there is the fruit of it.
And this is the fruit of it. He said, man, look, we went into the land. It's a land plentiful, milk and honey everywhere. This is the perfect land for us to take over. Jump to verse 30. Now watch what the ignorant Negro do. Read.
And Caleb stilled the people before Moses, and said, Let us go up at once and possess it, for we are well able to overcome.
So he stood amongst the people. Before Moses said, hey, y'all, we're going to go take this land. We got it. We can take it. We can overcome these people. Watch what the ignorant Negro do. Read.
But the man that went up with him said, We be not able to go up against the people.
Why?
For they are stronger than we.
This little punk. He saw the people like, nah, man, what you talking about, dog? We can't go take their land. These people bigger than us.
And they brought up an evil report.
They brought up what?
An evil report.
So the ignorant Negro, because he didn't want to keep the order, because of his fear, he brought up an evil report. So they wouldn't take the land. So the people would get scared. Y'all ever been in a situation where you see one person, you in a group, one person run and everybody else run? This was that situation. You don't know what's going on. You see one man break, you're like, oh snap, I'm going to break too. You don't know what's going on. This man put fear in everybody else. Why? Because he didn't keep the order. Joshua said, we can take these people. We warriors. We can take them. Verse 32 again.
And they brought up an evil report of the land, which they had searched unto the children of Israel, saying, the land through which we had gone to search it is a land that eateth up inhabitants thereof.
Said, man, this land is ruthless. If we go in here, we gonna get killed. These people ain't no joke. Read.
And all the people that we saw in it are men of great stature.
These are tall men, big men of great stature. Imagine a bunch of Manute Bowls in Southeast, and God tell you go, no, in Baltimore. A bunch of Manute Bowls, Shaquille O'Neal's walking around, the most I say, no, go take ball. Like, man, he about 7'8". No, I'm not doing that. This is the evil report that they brought up, because they were scared. They went against the order. But when the Most High gives a bear the order to attack, he gonna do it. But when they come to us, we like, I don't know. I ain't trying to do all that. I mean, you know, I ain't trying to see the promised land like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm good where I'm at. Read.
And there we saw the giants.
We saw warriors. Read.
The sons Anak, which come of the giants. And we were in our own sight as grasshoppers. And so we were in their sight.
Okay, now jump to the next chapter. Numbers 14, verse 1.
It's the book of Numbers, chapter 14, verse 1. And all the congregation lifted up their voice and cried, and the people wept at night.
Now he done got all the people stirred up. Women crying, babies crying, brothers crying. Man, I don't know, dog. If you trying to go over and can't, nah, man, you heard what they said, man. There's old giants up in there, man. I ain't trying to get stabbed, man. I just got married, man. My wife, we ain't even consummated the marriage yet, man. Nah, bro, I just got this new job, man. I just bought a Tesla. You know what I'm saying? Man. Just bought this Armani suit. I ain't get my suit dirty, dog. Nah, I ain't doing that. Read.
And all the children of Israel murmured against Moses.
Now they murmured against Moses. Moses ain't the one that went to the land. It was Caleb and Joshua, but they murmured against Moses. Why? Because he's the man at the top. Read.
And against Aaron.
And against his brother. Read.
And the whole congregation said unto them, would God that we had died in the land of Egypt, or would God we have died in this wilderness? And wherefore hath the Lord brought us unto this land, to fall by the sword, that our wives and our children should be prey? Were it not better for us to return to?
You see how ungrateful Negroes are? We were slaves in Egypt for 400 years, and you want to go back? You want to go back to slavery? The Most High about to give us a land flowing with milk and honey. We got everything we need, and you want to go back to Egypt? Come on, man. The mind of our people is sick. A lot of our people don't want to leave the ghetto, and that's crazy. You mean to tell me all of this violence and gang banging and alcoholism and poor education, lack of healthy food, prostitution, teen pregnancy, no fathers in the house, women raising kids by themselves? Y'all want to stay here with that? You can have it. Read.
And they said one to another, let us make a captain, and let us return into Egypt.
So let us make us a captain of 5 million, and let's follow him back into Egypt. These people want to go back to slavery, bruh. You got to understand the amount of it. They want to go back to a lower state. They want to stay in the ghetto and selling drugs. They want to stay looking over their back because there's a brother from another neighborhood that's trying to kill them. They want to stay getting pressed out by the police. Sisters want to stay in wearing the pants and the colorful hair. Get treated like whores. Popping out babies for men that don't care about them, that don't love them. This is what the people want to go back to. They don't want no order. Read. Verse 5.
Then Moses and Aaron fell on their faces before all the assembly of the congregation of the children of Israel.
They fell to their faces like, man, these people, dog, can't deal with them. Can't build with them. You can't build with brothers and sisters that don't want order, that don't want structure. You can't deal with an ignorant Negro. Read.
And Joshua the son of Nun, and Caleb the son of Jephunneh, which were of them that searched the land, rent their clothes.
They rent their clothes. They're like, man, these mofos right here, dog. 40 days we done searched this land out. And y'all mean to tell me we did all that work and y'all ain't going? No, somebody going up in the land of Canaan. Y'all walking up in this land, Slim. I was away from my wife and kids for 40 days. Nah, bruh. That ain't happening. We walking up in this land. If I got to drag you, we going up in here. Read.
And they spake unto all the company of the children of Israel, saying, the land which we passed through to search it is exceedingly good land.
This is an exceedingly good land. This is what we need. Read.
If the Lord delight in us, then he will bring us into this land, and give it us, a land which floweth with milk and honey.
Milk and honey. Read.
Only rebel not ye against the Lord.
Don't rebel. Don't not keep the order. Read.
Neither fear ye the people of the land. For they are bread for us.
Man, these people ain't about that. They know who we are. We can take them. Read.
Their defense is departed from them.
They scared. Read.
And the Lord is with us. Fear them not.
Don't fear them, man. So this is Joshua trying to instill in the people again. Look, we can take these people on. Read.
But all the congregation, they stoned them with stones.
So you know these ignorant Negroes try to jump these brothers to go back to Egypt. No, I'd rather jump you and go back to Egypt than go into a land flowing with milk and honey. No potholes, no gangbangers, no violence, no loud music at night in your parking lot when you're trying to go to sleep. Nobody screaming outside your apartment building. No gunshots, no police sirens. Children got good education, good food, healthy food. But no, we don't want that. They wanted to go back to Egypt and be slaves and be up under their oppressors. They ain't want no order. Read.
And the glory of the Lord appeared in the tabernacle of the congregation before all the children of Israel.
Jump to verse 36.
Verse 36. And the men which Moses sent to search the land, who returned and made all the congregation to murmur against him by bringing up a slander upon the land, even those men that did bring up the evil report unto the land, died by the plague before the Lord.
They died by the plague of the Lord. The Most High sent what? Their creation to them. He sent his creations. Yeah, go kill them niggas. They don't want to go? Okay, that's fine. Y'all can die right here in the ghetto. I'm tired of seeing my people suffer. I don't know about y'all, but I'm just tired of it. Seeing my people in front of the stores begging for change. Hey, bro, you got a few change? You can help me out? I don't like seeing that. I don't. You know what I'm saying? That bothers my spirit. Joshua chapter 7. Let's get some more ignorant Negroes. Joshua chapter 7, start at verse 10.
This is the book of Joshua chapter 7, verse 10.
So this is about the brother taking a Babylonish garment. Read.
And the Lord said unto Joshua, get thee up. Wherefore liest thou thus upon thy face? Israel hath sinned.
Israel is doing some sinning. In the midst of battle, we were sinning. Why? Your brothers is getting cut up, heads chopped off, limbs chopped off, blood splattered, guts everywhere. And a nigga like, man, I'm trying. You see them Jordans over there, son? Let's go get them Jordans, cuz. Brand new. Give me your favorite Jordan. What's the best Jordans out there? Oh, now brothers don't wear Jordans now. Y'all something else, man. What was the best pair of Jordans? The 7s? Man, it's a pair of 7s over there. Huh? The 11s? Man, it's a pair of 7-11s over there, son. Hey, man, it's a pair of 7s and a pair of 11s over there, man. Let's go get them. But brothers is in war. We war, and brothers' minds is on sin. No order, no structure. Read.
Israel have sinned, and they have also transgressed my covenant, which I commanded them. For they have even taken of the accursed thing,
Uh-huh.
and have also stolen,
Uh-huh.
and dissembled also,
Mm-hmm.
and they have put it even among their own stuff.
So he out there shing, cutting up. He got the 7-Elevens in his sack. No, I ain't supposed to have him in there because he covetous. Jump to verse 16.
Verse 16. So Joshua rose up early in the morning and brought Israel by their tribes, and the tribe of Judah was taken.
Oh, Lord, it got to be Judah. It had to be Judah. It had to be Judah with the 7-Elevens. Read.
And he brought the family of Judah, and he took the family of
The Zarhites.
Zarhites,
Uh-huh.
and he brought the family of the Zarhites man by man, and Zebdi was taken.
Okay.
And he brought his household man by man, and Achan, the son of Carmi, the son of Zebdi, the son of Zerah, of the tribe of Judah, was taken.
Read.
And Joshua said unto Achan, My son, give, I pray thee, glory to the Lord God of Israel, and make confessions unto him, and tell me now what thou hast done. Hide it not from me.
So Joshua giving him an out. He said, look, bro, I know you did something because we've been losing this fight. The Most High is with us, but we've been losing this fight. We know what you did. Just tell me what you did. Give the glory to the Most High, and he may have mercy on you. Read.
And Achan answered Joshua and said, Indeed, I have sinned against the Lord God of
He
Israel.
said, yeah, man, I'm jive like foul. Yeah, go ahead.
And thus have I done.
Uh-huh.
And when I saw among the spoils a goodly Babylonish garment.
He said, man, I was fighting, man, and I seen them Jordan 7-Elevens, man. I seen them in the corner, man. It was perfect size, 2 size 10. And I wear 10, dog. I had this bad garment I was going to wear to the Passover with them. Already had it planned out, man. The colors was on that joint, man. The shoestrings was crisp. The tongue was nice on the joint. The sole, man, it was bad, man. I had to get it. Read.
And 200 shekels of silver.
And I stole some money, dog. And I stole some money. Read.
And a wedge of gold of 50 shekels weight.
Uh-huh.
Then I coveted them and took them. And behold, they are hid in the earth in the midst of my tent. And the silver under it.
Man, I had to put it up under my tent, man, because I knew somebody, if I would have took them 7-Elevens, somebody would have, man. I had to get them. Read.
So Joshua sent messengers, and they ran into the tent, and behold, it was hid in his tent, and the silver under it. And they took them out of the midst of the tent, and brought them unto Joshua, and unto all the children of Israel, and laid them out before the Lord. And Joshua and all Israel with him took Achan, the son of Zerah, the silver, and the garment, and the wedge of gold, and his sons,
and he took his sons,
and his daughters, and his oxen,
his livestock,
and his asses, and his sheep, and his tent, and all that he had. And they brought them unto the valley of Achor.
So when we go against the order, brothers, you putting your family in danger as well. You putting your name in danger. When you go against the order of God, when we go against the structure of God, when brothers is giving you orders to fulfill, when you go against it, you working on a bad name for yourself. Read.
And Joshua said, Why hast thou troubled us? The Lord shall trouble thee this day.
Now the Most High got to create vengeance. Now the Most High gotta put you out. Read.
And all Israel stoned him with stones.
They stoned him with stones. That rock that we take for granted, that stone, I should say, that we take for granted, that we see every day, the Most High allowed Israel to use that to kill his brother. And then what they do?
And burned them with fire.
Then he burnt him and his family and his livestock with fire. I don't know if y'all ever seen somebody burn alive. It ain't pretty. It's not pretty at all. It's a horrific sight. Read.
After they had stoned them with stones.
They stoned them with stones. Then to add insult to injury, they burnt their bodies. Read.
And they raised over him a great heap of stones.
Okay, that's it. Now, let's go to 1 Kings 11. 1 Kings 11, verse 1.
This is the book of 1 Kings, chapter 11, verse 1. But King Solomon loved many strange women.
King Solomon was a great king, very wise, very understanding, but his lust was women, specifically heathen women. Read.
Together with the daughter of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites.
He had Asian women,
Ammonites,
Japanese and Chinese women.
Edomites.
He had to have that precious white woman. He had to have that milk of magnesia. Hey, where's that? Hey, find that clip, son. I want to see that clip, dog. Don't be, excuse me, sister. She was all happy. She was like, hey, could you tap that white? Hey, yo, too funny, dog. Way too funny. You got it? See, he a young boy. He don't know what that is. Y'all some young boys. Y'all don't know what that is. Is that it?
Hey, what did I tell you about disrespecting my Nubian princess? With disrespect, oh my God. The mother of Mecca is right here before me. Do my eyes not deceive me, or am I looking at the goddess Isis herself? Can you do me a favor, my brown skin angel? Can you tap that white girl for me? My milk of magnesia. Oh, after the devil made you, he broke the mold. Well, maybe you and I could make a little jungle fever.
The Most High, he already gave us this commandment hundreds of years before. Don't deal with these sisters. Don't deal with these other nations, because they're going to turn you away from my commandments. Solomon went against the order. Read.
And he had 700 wives.
This man had 700 wives. Read.
Princesses. And 300 concubines.
He was so lustful, he had 300 concubines. Like, it's like, how much sex can you have, bruh? Like, honestly, how many women can you have? Read.
And his wives turned away his heart.
And his wives turned away his heart from the Most High. Read.
For it came to pass, when Solomon was old, that his wives turned away his heart after other gods.
So this took years and years and years. It said he was old. They wore him down with these other gods. They said, we finally got him, girl. Now he worshiping our gods now. Read.
And his heart was not perfect with the Lord his God, as was the heart of David his father.
Read on.
For Solomon went after Ashtoreth, the goddess of the Zidonians, and after Malcolm, the abomination of the Amorites. And Solomon did evil in the sight of the Lord, and went not fully after the Lord, as did David his father.
So keep in mind, Ashtoreth also, that's where that whole Easter stuff comes from. So you brothers know. Read on.
Then did Solomon build a high place for Chemosh, the abomination of Moab.
So he's building temples to these idol gods, because he loved his wives so much. He built idols for their gods. Read. Temples for their gods. Read.
And the hill that is before Jerusalem. And for Moloch, the abomination of the children of Ammon, and likewise did he for all his strange wives, which burnt incense and sacrifices unto their gods.
So he was up in the temple. This King Solomon, the wisest man on earth, up in the Christian church praying to white Jesus. Crazy. Going against the order of God. Read.
And the Lord was angry with Solomon, because his heart was turned from the Lord God of Israel, which had appeared unto him twice. And he commanded him concerning this thing, that he should not go after other gods. But he kept not that which the Lord commanded. Wherefore the Lord said unto Solomon, for as much as this is done of thee, and thou hast not kept my covenant and my statutes, which I commanded thee, I will surely rend the kingdom from thee, and will give it to thy servants.
So because of his disobedience, because of his disorder going against the structure, the laws, he said, I'm going to take the kingdom out your hand. I'm going to split it in two. But it's not going to be under you. I'm going to use your son, because he's an idiot. Read.
Notwithstanding in thy days, I will not do it for David thy father's sake, but I will rend it out of the hand of thy son.
So I'm going to allow the kingdom to stand until the day you die. When you die, your son's going to take over the kingdom. And when he take over the kingdom, that's when it's going to fall. Read.
Howbeit, I will not rend away all the kingdom, but will give one tribe to thy son for David my servant's sake, and for Jerusalem's sake, which I have chosen. And
that's it. So I'm gonna give your son one tribe, but the rest of the tribes gonna leave. Now let's go over to the next chapter over, 1 Kings 12, start at verse 1.
This is the book of 1 Kings chapter 12, verse 1. And Rehoboam went to Shechem, for all Israel were come to Shechem to make him king.
So Rehoboam is King Solomon's son. Read.
And it came to pass when Jeroboam the son of Nebat, who was yet in Egypt, heard of it, for he was fled from the presence of King Solomon. And Jeroboam dwelt in Egypt.
Because King Solomon was trying to kill Jeroboam. Read.
That they sent and called him, and Jeroboam and all the congregation of Israel came and spake unto Rehoboam, saying.
So Rehoboam became the king of the southern kingdom. Jeroboam became the king of the northern kingdom. This is the split that's happening. Read.
Thy father made our yoke grievous. Now therefore make thou the grievous service of thy father, and his heavy yoke which he put upon us lighter, and we will serve thee. And he said unto them, Depart yet for 3 days, then come again to me. And the people departed. And King Rehoboam consulted with the old men that stood before Solomon his father, while he yet lived, and said, How do ye advise that I may answer this people? So
Rehoboam consulted with the old men. So the people came to Rehoboam and said, Look, man, your father has a heavy yoke on us still. Hold that. Go to 1 Kings 4 and 7. 1 Kings 4 and 7. Let's see what that yoke is that King Solomon had on him.
This is the book of 1 Kings chapter 4, verse 7. And Solomon had 12 officers over all Israel. So he had 12 officers set over all tribes of Israel. Read. Which provided victuals for the king and his household.
Which provided food for the king and his household.
Each man his month and a year made provision.
So basically, King Solomon was imposing taxes on the people, right? He was having them fix food and stuff like that for the people, for his kingdom or whatever. That was the yoke that Rehoboam, that the people, that northern kingdom was talking about in chapter 12. Read verse 4 again, 1 Kings 12 and 4.
1 Kings 12 and 4. Thy father made our yoke grievous. Now therefore make thou the grievous service of thy father, and his heavy yoke which he put upon us lighter, and we will serve thee.
He said, man, your father been putting heavy burdens on us, man. Now that he dead and you reigning in his stead, lighten the burden. Give us a break. Read.
And he said unto them, Depart yet 3 days.
So go away from me 3 days.
Then come again to me. And the people departed.
Okay.
And King Rehoboam consulted with the old men that stood before Solomon.
So he consulted with the old men, the counselors that counseled Solomon. Now Solomon's counselors are now older. Now these are wiser men. Rehoboam is a young man. So you would think that if a young man who's going to older men that are wiser than him, you would think that this younger brother would listen to the counsel. He would listen to the order. Let's see. Read.
And King Rehoboam consulted with the old man that stood before Solomon his father while he yet lived. And said, How do ye advise that I answer this people?
So how do y'all think that I should deal with these people? Because they come to me telling me that they want me to take this yoke off of their neck that my father put on them. How do y'all think I should deal with these people? Read.
And they spake unto him, saying, If thou wilt be a servant unto this people this day, and will serve them.
And we got to understand that, brothers. We servants to one another. We servants to our people. Servants. And we got to provide a service. Remember, customer service is the most important thing in the business. We got to serve the people. We got to make them feel at home. We got to make them feel as though they can come to us and tell us their problems and not make them feel bad about it. Just because you don't understand the problem doesn't mean that there's not a solution. When sisters come in, sisters, make them feel at home. You're going to have sisters that's going to come, and we've had it before. You're going to have sisters that come in here in pants. Now, y'all know the long pants, but they don't. So when y'all see that, don't give them the side eye. Because years ago, when y'all was in the world, y'all was in them apple bottoms. Y'all was up in the club. Y'all was in them leggings, and you know you were. And some of y'all still probably got them in your closet. Just saying. Brothers, when brothers come in here, off the street, coming out of gangs, drugs, all types of lifestyles, we can't be looking at them all side-eyed. We service to these people. We got to help them. Because they looking at us like we got all the answers, and we don't. But we can definitely help them, guide them through the scriptures. Read.
And answered them and spake good words to them, then they will be thy servants forever.
Speak good words. Speak the laws to them. Comfort them in the laws. Succor them like Christ did for us. Comfort them. Let them know that everything will be all right. It look bad now. Things look bleak now. But sister, you can change. I was in pants. I was in the club. I was disrespectful to my husband at one point in time. But then I started applying the laws, and now look at me now. I'm doing works for the school. Yeah, bro, I used to be in the streets. I used to gangbang. I used to be a whoremonger, a thief, hatred for my brother. But I purged all that out of me. Now I'm here. Now I'm going to the streets. Now I'm going to my neighborhood that I used to gangbang in and trying to get the brothers to come in. Keep the laws of God. Repent. Read on.
But he forsook the counsel of the old men.
And that's what young brothers do. Oh, y'all niggas old, man. Y'all don't know what it is, man. Y'all used to listen, man. Y'all listening to Sugar Hill Gang, man. Get up in this little pump, man. Listen to some little pump. Y'all driving caddies, man. I don't want no caddy, man. Give me the Tesla, man, with the suicide doors. That's what I want. Young brothers going against the order because they think they know so much. Read.
But he forsook the counsel of the old men, which they had given him, and consulted with the young men.
Here we go. Now he gonna go amongst his peers. He gonna go among a stupid, dumb teenage boy gonna get advice from other stupid, dumb teenage boys. Yeah, man, do this, man. You know, work for me. He end up getting burnt. Oh, you idiot. Why you listening to him? Read.
Consulted with the young men that were grown up with him.
He listening to brothers that he coming in with instead of looking towards the men that's been putting in the work. Like I was up New York, and I'm looking at the bishops, and I'm like, man, like it feel good to be up here. But I know where to step. You understand what I'm saying? Like up New York, you can't come close to the table when they up there. You can't do that. Because when they up there talking, they don't want you knowing what they talking about. And they will politely tell you, hey, bro, you can't be right here. You got to go. I said, hey, no problem. That ain't my place. I'm not on that level. I'm not on that level. I ain't been putting in work like that. Now, they down to earth. Don't get me wrong. They down to earth. The bishops, deacons, very down to earth. But when it comes to order and structure, don't get it twisted.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road. Purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.